guys, it's Malon or Malonb from Facebook or Malon Shop. This is my video on how I made the yarn balls, some yarn balls for myself. The blog I got the idea from will be linked somewhere here in the video, probably under the video in the description box. And I just wanted to show you guys what process I went through, and just to explain it a little better for you. I started with 3 skeins of this bulky weight yarn. Of course, it's 100% wool because you need something that will felt, and I used 3 of those in the 6 balls that I made. So it does use a pretty substantial amount of yarn if you guys are thinking of doing that. But just keep in mind, you can make your balls as big or as small as you want. And also, since they will be felting, just keep in mind they will shrink down a little bit. Mine only ended up shrinking about 1 inch or so, so it's not too bad, but you know, something to keep in mind. Also, my balls I made different colors, and you guys will see in the video, I do have some pictures and videos and short video clips up. What I ended up doing is making the core of the balls the natural color, so I did not dye all the yarn. I made the core of the balls the natural color, and I only dyed the top layer that I would be wrapping the balls in, if that makes sense. So it will take up less dye, it will take up less time to dye and dry each one, and also it was a lot easier to skein, you know, small amounts of yarn rather than skein the whole, or reskein the whole three skeins, if you guys know what I mean. So that is the only reason I did small skeins for dyeing rather than the whole amount of yarn I used. But yeah, other than that, guys, I think I pretty much covered the whole process there. What I did was dye the small skeins first, then I wounded the core for all the balls, and then put on the color yarn over that and felted. I felted twice and dried it, then saw the results. I wasn't really happy with it, so I did it again. I washed it twice in the washer just with the regular loads of laundry, and dried it one more time, and now I think they're ready to use. I did not use them yet, you know, in the dryer, but I'm pretty sure they will work fine. And again, if you guys want more information, check out the link below. It's a blog where I got the idea from. So thanks guys, and enjoy the video. Bye. Hey guys, it's Malon or Malonb from Facebook or Malon Shop. Excuse the mess here, I have just some stuff drying. But I have my 5 skeins here, and I'll put the details, I guess, either before the video or at the end of it, of how big I made the skeins. I have 5, and I have 2 here. I put 25 drops of the green coloring, and depending on how they turn out, I haven't put it in the microwave yet, but depending on how it turns out, I probably will either, it just depends what color it comes out. I don't know if I'll re-dye it or whatnot. Okay, here I have 1 skein in purple. I put 20 drops of purple in. I'm waiting to see how rich the color is when it's done. And here I have 1 whole skein. I think I put 30 of this neon blue color. So I put 30 drops in here. I put 1 whole skein, and also half of this one, which it's the only one I wetted or soaked before actually you know, dyeing these, just because it's going to be hanging out and I don't want it to scorch while it's in the microwave. So hey guys, so the blue one did not soak up all the dye completely. As you can see with the fork, there's still or the water's still blue, so we still have some dye left in that. And also, because I soaked this skein before actually putting it in there, it absorbed some of the water. It actually made some water go into the plate here, and it dyed some of that as well, which is not bad. I think it will like kind of like the white colors in there. The purple color did absorb most of the dye. There's a little slight hint of blue in the water, but that's alright. And I think we have a pretty rich purple color, so I'm pretty happy with that. And this is how the green turned out. I don't know if I already made a video about this one, but it also is a pretty rich green, which is pretty nice, and it did absorb all the water, so that's also a plus. I probably will end up doing, since I have two skeins of green here, I'll probably have maybe half of one soak up the rest of the blue one here and see how that turns out. But I have to wait until it cools down a little bit, otherwise the agitation and all of that will not be that great. So this is the green we ended up with. It's a pretty bright green. I don't know if it's coming out on camera that way, but it's a pretty bright or rich color of green. But I do want one of these to be a different color. And if you guys recall, I did dye some of that yarn blue, bright blue, and the water. It kind of absorbed while it was cooling a little bit. It absorbed some more of the dye, but it's still left with, you know, with a little bit of dye in there. So what I'm going to do is add, maybe I would think about 15 drops here, and I'm going to put one whole skein inside, and I'll come up with a green blue color. Hey guys, so this is my final result. They're actually not completely dry yet. They need maybe like 20% left to dry. They're a little moist, but otherwise they are pretty much done. This is a purple. It turned out to be a really nice rich purple. I don't know if it's coming out a little darker than what the real color is. I think all of them are a little darker here, but it turned out pretty nice. This is the blue one. No, this is the green one. I dyed both of these this color of green, which also turned out to be a really rich saturated green. It turned out really nice. And I did re-dye it or over-dyed it with the blue color, which was this bright blue. So both of them together ended up with this blue-green, which is also really nice. I do have little sections where it's a little darker than others, but I think that gives it some character. Also very rich. And of course, this is how the blue one turned out. And this is the half skein. If you guys remember, I did dye half of it supposedly in with the blue, but since I did wet the skein before dyeing, and the whole section that was not in the dye was wet, it kind of absorbed the rest of it. So this is what I got. I think it also will work. My next step will be to wind the actual balls.